I'm Dave Cohen for GeorgiaStateSports.com. We're out here at Coolray Field, the home of the Gwinnett Braves, and joined right now by former Georgia State pitcher David Buchanan, now with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, and now 2-0 in AAA baseball. Congrats on getting the win, your second win since arriving in AAA. Talk a little bit about the excitement of going from AA, Reading, and then coming up here and having the success you've had here in your last two starts.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, like I just told you, having that run support's huge. And the guys I had behind me, I think I had like one strikeout tonight. So throwing strikes and trying to get the hitters to put the ball in play, I depend 100% on my defense. And they made some great plays tonight. Had some hard hit balls that they had good reads on. Especially that ball to Schaefer that was a hit to Sustorf. Made a great read on that. So it's just a blast being up here. I'm blessed to be able to have this opportunity. We had somebody go to the big league, so they called me for a spot start. So I'm just trying to stay here as long as I can and give this team a chance to win. They're in a playoff push, so they keep hitting me the ball. I'm going to keep trying to do my best to fill up some innings and give them a chance to make that playoffs.
Talk a little bit about the excitement when you got the notice that you were coming up to AAA, from AA Reading.
Well, obviously, yeah, I was ecstatic. The big thing was he called me in the office, told me it was going to be a spot start on Sunday, and then I'd probably head back. It was just one start. I said, okay. So, I called my agent, called my family, and what they told me to do is just go out there and, have fun, make the best out of it. I thought I was only here for one day, so I know when I come up, I was going to try to do the best I can, again, to give the team a chance to win and just have a good time, facing AAA hitters, playing with this team. You got a great bunch of guys on here. I played with a lot of them before, so I just want to make the most out of it. And fortunately enough, I was able to come back for a second one, and I had a good one here. So I just want to keep going, keep getting better.
They talk a lot about adjustments that guys have to make, position players, in order to continue to hit as they go up through the ranks. What's an adjustment or two that you've had to make as you've made your climb in the Phillies organization from single A to AA, now to AAA?
Mainly just throwing strikes. You got great defense behind you. Usually you got guys that got to put up some runs. So just being efficient in the strike zone, making the hitters put the ball in play. You got to be able to locate, go in and out, just change speeds. So that's one thing I try to do is just kind of try to keep the ball, below the knees, and just, get hitters strike one, strike two, strike three. When I get ahead, I'll try to put them away, but after that, I'm going to go right back in there and attack them and make them put the ball in play. So I think the main thing is just knowing hitters' tendencies, because hitters have certain approaches, and that's when the chess match comes in. Is trying to figure out what their approach is and trying to figure out what pitch they're looking for, and then don't give it to them. So let's try those strikes, get ahead of hitters, and let your defense work. You got some guys that can pick it out there, so you try to let them do it.
I was going to say, I'm not sure that you're even cognizant of it when you're on the mound, but the three guys in the Gwinnett Braves that have major league experience 0 for 10 against you tonight, you did a really good job.
Oh, I appreciate it. We had a pitchers meeting earlier, how we're going to approach hitters. So, we had a plan going in. Me and Rupp did. So I just want to make sure when I went out there, I did the best I could to, stick to that plan. Pitch to my strengths, and fortunately enough, it worked out for me.
Real quickly before we let you go, I know that in an interview that I read with you earlier, community service is still a big part of your everyday being, and as you make your climb through the ranks of Major League Baseball, still keeping in mind, that there are other things in your life that are important to you.
Oh, absolutely. I talked to one of the guys and read about it earlier. Community service to me, it's just a blast being around those kind of people and giving back to people who want to be in your shoes. And mainly, it just keeps me humble. It keeps me grounded. I work with a lot of different people that aren't so fortunate to play baseball. I work with some challenged people and some handicapped people. I actually went to a place where a lot of people were blind, and they do mind-blowing things, and it just really brings you down to earth, and it makes me realize how much God's blessed me to be able to do what I do at this level, and I definitely don't want to take that for granted. So I think that's why I do it a lot, just to give back, and excuse me, and especially when we work with kids, just seeing their faces, how happy they get, and it really lifts your heart up and kind of makes it a lot bigger, just knowing that those kids are so happy. I mean, being a minor league ball player, I'm not like a Cliff Lee or Roy Halladay. I'm just a minor league ball player, and they just get so happy. So it really brings me down to earth, and it just means the world to me being with those kids and people who just look up to us so much and know that we make a difference. So I definitely just try to do that anytime I can, because it really keeps me humble and down to earth.
Gave up just a run in 7 innings tonight. Exciting for you not only to be at the AAA level, but this is your first trip back to the Atlanta area. Again, you were with us at Georgia State for 1 year, but you're from the Atlanta area. You had friends and family in the stands as well tonight. That's got to be cool.
It means the world to me, especially knowing my family was here. I got grandparents here, my sister's here, my stepsister's here. I know a lot of people from my high school, college are here. So It's definitely a blessing. I can't really explain how happy that makes me feel, and to have a good outing like that, I was fortunate enough for that to happen. But I'm just very, very humbled and very appreciative that that God made this whole situation happen, and it's a great memory to put in the book. So I'm just fortunate that we had a good game, good win, and that I now get to go spend some time with my family.
All right, well, David, appreciate it. Congrats on the win, and we'll look forward to continuing to follow you as you climb the ranks in the Phillies organization.
Thank you very much.
Dave Cohen for GeorgiaStateSports.com, again at Coolray Field, joined by Georgia State's head baseball coach Greg Frady. Great night for Panther baseball. Former Panther hurler David Buchanan here beats the Gwinnett Braves 6-1, gives up just a run over 7 innings, and Coach Greg Frady in the stands with some other Georgia State folks tonight. Proud moment for you tonight to see one of your guys out here at the AAA level. In the history of Georgia State baseball, just the third Panther to have reached the AAA level.
Well, it's a proud moment for everyone at Georgia State, particularly in our baseball office. David is such a good person. He's such a hard worker. Getting a promotion, being called up, and performing like he did tonight in front of so many family members, his home community. It speaks volumes about his maturity and how much he's improving. And right in front of our eyes, we just have a wonderful professional prospect.
Coach, it says a lot about the Georgia State program, as well as David, that he was drafted by the New York Mets, yet elected to come to college and was with Georgia State for a season, and then was drafted again, and this time went with the Phillies.
Well, I really felt like at the time David needed just a little more seasoning, and we had talked to David about that, about coming to school. I don't think they really felt right about what was offered in the way of money. He said, I'd like to come back to school at least 1 or 2 more years. And we were so lucky. We were the beneficiary of him coming in and play for us. And he did such a wonderful job at Georgia State. He looked a lot like he did when he pitched for us tonight. And then he looked a lot better at times. I mean, he's just a polished professional pitcher. 2-0 in AAA, pitching really well. Beating the Gwinnett Braves here is a very difficult thing to do. And as you saw tonight, a lot of the Braves AAA club has been with the big league club a lot. And he's just maturing. It's going well right now.
Coach, appreciate it. Again, a great night for Georgia State baseball, great night for Georgia State athletics, and looking forward to seeing more of David as he climbs the ranks.
Absolutely.
All right, for Georgia State coach Greg Frady, I'm Dave Cohen for GeorgiaStateSports.com.